Hey guys and gals, I'm Brian with Goose Gear. We're at Overland Expo West, and you're watching Waypoint Overland TV. Goose Gear, we've been around for 9 years. We've been building interior storage systems the entire time, and really did the whole business started with just a desire to get out, play, and explore, and we wanted it to be as comfortable and fun as possible. And the way to do that is make it so you're not having to work when you get to camp. Make it easy, make it fun. That's what we specialize in, making storage systems and solutions to make camping more exciting, more fun.
So were you doing something along these lines? How did you get into it?
Okay. Well, the beginnings of Goose Gear was really, I have a long history in cabinetry. We've done cabinetry, woodworking, millwork, commercial, industrial, institutional, residential, high-end, custom kitchens, all kinds of stuff. And that's really kind of how we got into it, is we wanted to go camping, wanted to go explore, and started doing some research and saw what the world was making and made our own system. We had all the equipment, machines, everything, so we built our own system, and I threw it on a couple of forums, Expedition Portal and AmericanAdventures.com, to see, hey, maybe there's a market there. And fortunately, we were very blessed, and one of the owners of the forum said, hey, would you build a system for my vehicle? And meeting with him, and then he tied us with a bunch of people in the industry, and then gave us a really good intro and education about the industry, because honestly, I knew nothing about it. 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I didn't even know this market even existed. So that's how we got in, and it's been great. Our real jumping off point, the big one, was AmericanAdventures.com, because the owner of the company, who's friends with the people that started Overland Expo, Roseanne and Jonathan Hansen, and he's friends with Scott Brady, and he knows everyone in the industry, and they're all very tight-knit. They were basically the founders of the industry in the U.S., in my opinion, right? That's just because that's my limited knowledge. But I think that jumping in with him, and then jumping in with people that he knew, that obviously tied us into the Expedition Portal side as well, and then working with people that were in the industry and building solutions for them. There wasn't the stuff that they were looking for in the market didn't exist, or it wasn't quite there yet. And so we were able to fill that void in the early years, and that foundation is what really put us where we're at today. Our stuff is, we build the best product we can. I've always, even when we did, the cabinetry business, we always were known for building high quality, high end. Even if we did a low end project, if we were doing apartments and we were remodeling apartments, we would still build to the same institutional standards that we would build for a hospital, for a VA hospital example, right? Where the standards are extremely stringent. Well, we use the same construction across the board. So we didn't have any warranty issues, no go backs, no problems with people, oh, my doors fell off my cabinets in my kitchen. It just doesn't happen. We don't allow it. And that philosophy, that's just, I like quality stuff. I like good things that just work. And I'm not going to build something that's not going to work all the time. When something doesn't work, it's incredibly frustrating, and we're not perfect, right? That's the reality. We're not perfect. We're still humans making stuff and still mismeasuring something, or something's off, a hole's off here or there. So, but we always go back, and when we know something's wrong, we fix it. And partnering with, that's also something that's been really good with partnering with all these people, like Expedition Portals, the American Adventures, Overland, all these different people that really use their gear. They give us invaluable feedback, right? Because they use it, they abuse it, and they come back, they're like, hey, everything was cool except this little thing. Can we tweak this a little bit? It's okay, well, this was rattling. Can we fix this? Okay, let's figure out how to make that work. Our Goose Gear product is all over the world. We have shipped it all over the world. Our market is really the United States. That's our core business, because the exportation of U.S. products is difficult and expensive. Especially up until recently, the dollar was really strong. And when the dollar is strong, our product's even more expensive, and it's harder to export. But we've had our product all over the globe. Overland obviously travels all over the globe. But we've built custom vehicles for people that have shipped them overseas. We've had vehicles go from Alaska to Ushuaia and all over the place, Eastern Europe, Asia, Mongolia, so our product has been all over the world and continues to go all over the world. In our current line, we have two different lines. We have our Park Series, which is a new product line that we're just launching here at Expo West right now, and we're super excited about that product. It's a different marketplace for us. It's a different demographic a little bit, still in Overland, but it's more of a car camping type situation. Subarus and RAV4s and Bronco Sports and that market, which we've never really serviced, but we've had a request. So that's a new product line. Our existing product line that we've been making for the past 9 years is the Explorer series, and we rebranded Explorer series to kind of create a delineation between the two product lines. The Explorer series has basically been built since day one, and we've made modifications and tweaks and made it better. The foundation for the Explorer series, which is really how the business got started, was the base plate. So we started with the base plate in the back of the vehicle, and that's really the core foundation. You get that in, you get that bolted to your vehicle, it's secure, it's stable, and now you can bolt a multitude of modules. Camp kitchens, fridge slides, drawer modules, double drawer modules, and all of those things bolt directly to that plate. And so you're not having to drill a ton of holes in your vehicle to mount different things. You don't, you could buy someone else's fridge slide and bolt it to our plate, right? And now you have something that's actually secure and you can feel comfortable driving off-road with. Our product is made in beautiful Huntington Beach, California. So we've been making everything there in Westminster, Southern California since the beginning. We still build it there. We try and use as much American-made products as we can. Our extrusion is proprietary. It's our own design. Our corner blocks that hold all the modules together are made in Southern California. Some of the stuff we obviously import because it's just no other option, but most everything we get from North America. Most of our drawer guides even come from North America, either Mexico or Canada. So we do our best to keep all of our product local and good quality. We're a small company. We got 14, 15 people, but having those people working and building something, and my team is awesome. I mean, they kill it. And they all care. They make the best product they possibly can. And it's just incredible to have those people and see them, watch them grow. And, I have people that have been working with me for years. Some of them have been working with me for more than a decade, even at our other cabinet business. They've transitioned from the cabinet shop, who worked for me for years there, and now they're working for us at Goose Gear. Because it's interesting and it's awesome to watch the growth. And I try and educate and train all my guys and girls and just try and grow them. And I have a couple of people that have just made incredible transitions, have just gone from timid, somewhat reserved to now they're just like, hey, we're going to get this done. This is how we're going to do it. I need you to get this done. They're calling vendors. Hey, we need to make sure this is going, and just grinding and killing it. And it's awesome to watch, and our economy needs it. Right? We have to have jobs here, because if there's not work here, it's not good for our economy. My daughter, obviously, the entire company was named after her. Her nickname is Goose. I've been calling her Goose ever since she was a couple months old. And it really started when we built our first 4Runner before Goose Gear even existed. We actually we started a website and a little forum thing, and we're going to do Goose Offroad. And it was just going to be about her and I going camping and doing our trips and traveling. And that's how the whole thing got started. And then, of course, just posting the picture of the module we built and then getting calls from people, hey, can you build something for me? And that's how it all got started. But it really started because of her, me wanting to spend time with my daughter, because she's awesome, she's my world, and love her to death. And it's awesome to watch her now as she's grown up and she's becoming her own person. She's an adult now, and so she's got her own philosophies and mindsets, and we're not perfectly aligned because she's her own human, and that's rad to watch that, right? She's a good combination of her mother and I, and she kind of picked the bus to both of us and took it and left all the junk behind, which was nice. So it's what you hope for your kids. But as far as her in the business, she's working at the business now, and it's incredible. It's incredible to watch. The Subaru that's on display here that's her first vehicle. And when the roof rack from Princeton came in, and she's like, let's put the roof rack on today. I was all right. And she's like, well, what do I do? I said, well, I don't know. Get the instructions out, figure it out. And she's like, okay. Popped out her phone, reads the instructions. She's like, okay. And then she goes on YouTube, finds another guy. And next thing you know, she's in there and she's laying in the car. And she, boom, pops the headliner out so she could do the install. And most people are afraid to pull a headliner out. And she just jumps right in and just rips it out. And okay, headliner's out. Now what do we do? And to have her jump in and really just be aggressively like, I'm just going to figure it out and I'm going to make it happen it's incredible. As a dad, you can't be happier. Yeah, so importance of women in the overland industry, if you look at our metrics, our demographics, we're 90% male on our followers, right? But the reality is, you look around, and everyone's got a significant other with them. And quite often that significant other is smarter than the man. Let's be honest. They have a better eye, better sense of responsibility. We're a little bit crazy sometimes. But, it's awesome to watch it. And, it should always be an equal opportunity, right? And it should always be equal opportunity, and then it's what you make of it, right? And not everyone's a grinder, and not everyone has to be a grinder, but people that are, they're going to go, and they should just chase it, and they should push. And the reality is there's a good chance that, given what I see with her right now, she will probably be the CEO of Goose Gear at some point. And that makes me proud. You never know as kids grow up. And I told her since the beginning, I said, whatever you want to do, that's what you need to do. The key is you need to do something that makes you happy. You need to enjoy what you do. And one of our first camping trips, we were with Dave Bennett from American Adventurists, and he took us out. It was literally one of the first camping trips, Overland type trips we ever went on. And I looked at my daughter, and she was 10 years old, and I looked at Dave, and I said, "You see Dave?" And she says, "Yeah." I said, he's getting paid to do this right now." She's like, "Oh." And you could see the wheels turning and the light bulb kick on, and she's like, "You mean I can make a living doing this?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can. It's not for everybody, but it can be for you." And and when she was growing up, you never know what you're going to get with kids. And I told her from the beginning, I said, going back a little bit, I said, if you want to be in marketing, if you want to be in graphic design, if you want to be in sales, if you don't want anything to do with the business, that's okay. What's important is you do what you love, right? But if you want to be in the business, obviously, as a dad, it makes you super happy. But the key is do what you love, do what you enjoy, and do what you're good at, because it's just that much easier when you're doing what you're good at. And thankfully, I think that given what I see of her right now, I think that it's actually a really good fit. I think she's going to do really well. Probably better than me, because she does have better ideas sometimes, even only at 19. You can find us at goose-gear.com. We have dealer network all over the country. So buy local, shop local, buy from your local dealer, and keep them in business.